So has there been a new term coined for, the effects of us wearing a mask on our face all day? If there isn't, can we call it COVID face? Because I don't know about you, but I've been experiencing a lot of weirdness with breakouts and irritation, all kinds of stuff from wearing a mask for, all day long. And it's been crazy. So we are going to be like tackling that today so we can still be, socially distanced and keep our masks on and care about our fellow human, but still keep the skin underneath those masks looking nice and healthy. But before I tell you all about the face soaps we're making today, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are here for another round of 365 days of soap, and today is day 133, and we have been wearing masks for like 4 months, I think. We've been wearing masks for quite a while at this point, and that's great. I really do, appreciate all of the social distancing measures and, the things that we do to keep, our family safe, as well as, strangers safe at the store, and that's been awesome. But, when we're in the shop and the customers are there and doing the things, we have our masks on all day. And so, 10, 12 hours of being in a mask, it's kind of a lot. And I've noticed that my face has been breaking out, which is not fun for me. Now, when I was younger, I had amazing skin, right? I had no breakouts, never any problems whatsoever. Then with my first pregnancy, my skin went haywire. And not only did I start getting acne, I also started getting crazy hyperpigmentation. And I tried everything. I mean, I was doing microderms, I was doing lasers, I was doing dermabrasions, I was doing chemical peels, all of the things. And, the Retin-A, just literally everything. And it was not working, really. And so it wasn't until I switched to my face paste. I mean, my original face soap for the Soap and Clay, line was created specifically for me. It was a completely selfish creation, and I ended up making it available to everybody because it worked wonders on me. Now, the face paste has been great for me for several years, and it totally, keeps all the acne and all the stuff at bay. But again, with this new added, issue of having the masks on all day, I'm experiencing more breakouts than I would really like. And so I remembered back when we were doing the clay soap tests, how much I loved the red clay and the lather of it and everything about it. And I wanted to play with that again and add a new face soap to the line for you guys to try. So that's what we are doing today. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because we are going to be making a puck that has, one side with like the rose red clay and all the cool awesomeness in that, and then the other side is going to be the exfoliating soap. So you can get your exfoliation, you can also get your nice gentle moisturizing and cleansing all in one awesome bar. But I'm going to tell you all about that in the video, so let's go. Totally not enough time to tell you everything about why I did what I did with all of this, but I'm going to try. So first things first, subbed out the water for aloe vera. And the reason I subbed it out for aloe is because aloe reduces inflammation, it accelerates healing of acne, and it's not pore clogging. Now, all of the oils that go into this is, I selected them for the express purpose of making sure that this was a non-comedogenic product, right? So every oil that goes into this has a comedogenic rating of 0 or no more than 1. And let's talk about the oils that I put in. So first up, the solids. Let's go with the solids. We have Babasu, and that is it. It is a dry oil. It is not pore clogging. It soothes distressed skin. And then the liquid oils, we have argan, which helps regulate the skin sebum. It's very high in vitamin E, so that helps out with fading of the scars and texture. Also does not clog pores. And what else? We have the Karanja oil. Karanja oil is great because it has super high levels of omega-9, which really helps out with like wound healing and, you know, other horrible skin conditions and all that jazz. And we also have olive oil in this guy. So olive oil is super hydrating. It's a nice gentle cleanse. It reduces inflammation. It's great for acne. And that is it for the oils for this portion. Now, with the essential oil that I put into this guy, it is Letsea cubiba. And Letsea cubiba is great for stressed skin. And also within this, copious amounts of red clay. And red clay is going to be great for a number of reasons. It does help with the pH of the bar as well as your skin, and it also helps with the detoxing of your skin while your skin is able to maintain its, you know, own moisture. So all good things for the red clay as well. Now again, this recipe was formulated to make sure that this has a nice gentle cleanse that will help with any sort of stressed skin that we have going on. And a lot of the products that are in it, the oils that are in it, will, you know, serve sort of dual purpose things, right? Like argan, I specifically put that in because, you know, it helps out with, you know, the fading of the scars and the, you know, texture because of the vitamin E. But also, argan oil is, you know, great in products for its elasticity and collagen repair. Now, keep in mind with all of this that this is a rinse-off product, right? So it's not something that's sitting on your skin for a period of time. So these are not things that are going to, you know, a soap is never going to treat anything, right? It's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be a substitute for something like your retin or your hydroquinone. But if you are washing with, you know, a soap that is, again, formulated to make sure that it does not clog pores, instead it is, you know, clearing pores and purging pores of gunk, and it is helping out with, you know, moisture retention and doing all the things, then you're going to get very, very far in your, you know, skincare regimen as far as calming down your skin and keeping, you know, everything, all of the nasties and the unfun things at bay. And the red clay is serving, it's such a heavy hitter with all of this. I was actually blown away with that red clay and aloe that we made for the clay tests a few months ago, and thought, here it is. This is the thing. Now, for the red portion here, for the red clay portion here, there is no exfoliant in it, and again, it has a Letsea cubiba for the essential oil, and it is also the percentage of oils. It is 40% hard oils, so just the babasu, to 60% liquid oils. So we have a lot of these skin-loving, very soothing, very moisturizing, high in antioxidants and fatty acid, or omega-3s, 6, 9s, all the EFAs, awesome oils that are going into this to, you know, give you a daily, twice daily cleanser that is not going to mess with your skin's acid mantle, and it's not going to dry you out or, you know, have any problems. It is gentle enough and effective enough to use twice a day. So, you know, that's winning. Let's move on to the bottom part. Okay, so for the bottom part, we have the same amounts of, or the same types of oils in it, really. We have the babasu at 40%. We have the argan. It's also an aloe substitution for the water in the lye solution. It's a 100% sub. And we have the olive oil, but instead of the karanja, we have the hemp. And hemp is great. It really helps with redness, breakouts, eczema, dry skin. I mean, if you're using it topically, it's wonderful. Again, in a soap, it's definitely going to lend some really awesome characteristics to the soap itself because of the fatty acid profile. But remember, these are rinse-off products. So it helps. It doesn't exacerbate conditions, but you know, you're taking the properties of the oils themselves, and some of them actually shine through in the soap and some of them do not. In the case of the oils that I have selected for these particular soaps, they do. But, you know, that's not true of everything. Now for this guy, for the bottom portion, it's activated charcoal, quite a lot of it, because we're using it for, you know, actual function and not just coloring. And then the essential oil in this is tea tree. So we have Litsea cubiva for the top and tea tree for the bottom. And there's also an exfoliant in the activated charcoal. Now the activated charcoal is a very gentle exfoliant in and of itself, but I also included bamboo powder, which is a very fine grain but super effective exfoliant in this as well. So safe enough to use multiple times a week. I would not use the black part of this soap as a daily. I would use it every other day, and I mean I am using it every other day, and it's been great. So it actually helps, you know, slough off the dead skin cells. The tea tree is obviously very great, you know, it's antibacterial and awesome for all of the things. Helps out with the drying up of the acne without overly drying your skin. Antiseptic properties, much like the Karanja oil. So all good things with the bottom portion as well, with the exfoliating bit. But again, because it's an exfoliant, I wouldn't use it every day. I know people that exfoliate their face every single day though. Again, I had a life of crazy acne for a while, and I honestly believe that one of the reasons why it continued on as long as it did was because I was too hard on my skin. I was doing too much. And so ultimately when I just switched down to the face paste, which is an activated charcoal bar, kind of similar to this that's going on here without the exfoliant in it, and my face oils, everything calmed down. So again, the hemp is going to be included in this guy instead of the Karanja oil, because I'm using the tea tree that will act as the astringent, and that's the biggest benefit that I get from the Karanja for the wound healing and everything in the red portion. So it's kind of, you don't need two of the same thing essentially in this. So I switched out for hemp because hemp is really great for, you know, alleviating redness and helping control breakouts. And it helps with dry skin too, which is good because when you're doing an exfoliant, you want your skin to be not overly dry when you're done. So it's going to be, this is nice moisturizing soap, so you have your exfoliation and all your jazz. Now, these are going to go into the oven and be C-popped overnight, and we will pop them out tomorrow and make sure the, you know, pieces are well adhered. I mean, of course they would be. Why wouldn't they be? But yeah, we'll check it out tomorrow. Okay, day 2, and these guys are ready to come out of the mold. And the I wish I could say that the C-pop actually, you know, yielded these super duper big black soaps. Normally it will, like if you have an activated charcoal soap that's a little bit gray, if you C-pop it, that black will show up really well in the finished, you know, product. But with this, it's just, there was just so much activated charcoal that went into this that it was going to be that beautiful dark black no matter what. So that's the story for that. The top portion, the red clay. Now these they look great. I probably should have froze these before I put them in the fridge before I, you know, pulled them out, because they're very fresh, and so we have some weirdness going on as they're getting pulled because they're so soft. And you're going to get that with an aloe soap for a while. They actually do take a little bit more time to cure up than any of my normal products. Whenever I use an aloe, it takes longer for them to firm up than a soap that I'd made with, you know, regular distilled water or an alcohol or even a milk, really. But that's okay, because the ultimate goal of the aloe to, you know, help out with healing and inflammation and all of that jazz, it's totally worth it because it creates such a beautiful, purifying, like creamy lather that it's just absolutely worth it in a product like this, especially something that's going to be on your face, which is great because, you know, there've been so many dermatologists that have said don't use soap, but now they're finally getting around to the point where they're like, okay, when we say don't use soap, we mean don't use, like, you know, ivory and those sorts of things. They are realizing that the handcrafted soaps, the artisan soaps, going back to what soap actually is, the only thing that's actually legally called soap, yeah, no, those are actually good for your skin, for your face, specifically if they're formulated the right way. And so, you know, soap, good lather, it's a good thing to have on your skin. It's nice that the dermatologists are sort of realizing that there is a difference between detergent bars and soaps at this point and sort of walking back the statements that they've made before, because these things, This is nothing like ivory. This is nothing like Dove. These are delightful. And that is day 133, the dual whammy face soaps. And I hope you guys took some serious notes because I totally dumped a lot. So I've been making the face paste for years, and every time that I decide I want to start playing around with other face soaps, I like them. They're okay, but ultimately I never add them to the line because nothing can compare to the face paste. This is the exception, however. I am actually very happy and proud to put this into the line, and I'm confident that it will help out, you know, all skin concerns, which is really good. And that's really saying something. Again, I understand all too well the pains of having breakouts and all of the terrible things that come along with that. So I'm always hesitant to put anything in the line that, you know, might cause irritation or might not work. But this one has been great for me in controlling breakouts and everything with the COVID face, as I think we're going to call it, because why not? And yeah, so if you are interested in this new face bar, you can totally find it on the website. It is at soapandclay.com. If you are interested in following me on social media, I'm there, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you are interested in more soapy antics and more recipe formulations and the hows and the whys and all of the science and the chemistry behind formulating good soaps for whatever it is that you're wanting soap for, subscribe to the channel. We are doing this every day, as the name 365 Days of Soap might suggest. And it would be awesome if you could join the Sudzer family and stick around for the ride. And anyway, that does do it for me today. I am so glad that you joined me for another round of 365 Days of Soap. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.